In other cases, the allegation, which is probably the more common allegation, is, at some party, somebody reaches out, sees somebody on the street or sees somebody in the hotel lobby or sees somebody in the crowd at a show, and somebody from Mr. Combs' entourage reaches out to that person and invites them to an after party. In order to stay, it's told you must drink this drink, and then they can't remember anything, or their memory is hazy from thereafter, and they wake up the next morning injured, and there's drugs in their system. And so that's a pretty common allegation that's been made.
Can you tell me some of the things that is happening to these people?
It's just the most egregious kind of conduct you can think about, and those are the allegations that are being made, and I think that's pretty consistent with what the criminal indictment lays forth.
There is a fear, especially in Hollywood, for people who just went to these parties and now could be connected to these allegations. What happens to someone who, I'm sure because they're famous, they walk into this party and they witness this and then they leave? Will they be part of this lawsuit? Because people will know their name.
Do I intend to name in a lawsuit every person that attended a party? No, that would be foolish. I'm not going to do that. Am I going to name people that facilitated, encouraged, participated in? I'm absolutely going to do that.
There's been a real fear in the past that you would be blackballed in the industry, or maybe that there might be tampering by Diddy, or someone could even show up at your house or on your door. But it seems like this is a watershed moment when you get that many calls, when you have this many people coming to you. Is this a game-changing moment for the music industry and for celebrities?
I hope so. I really hope so. I hope that it is. These folks are scared. These victims are scared. Even now, Sean Combs is behind bars. His bail has been denied twice. I think that the indictment, the arrest, the bail denial obviously led to giving people the courage to come forward. I think the other lawsuits that have been filed, that have been reported about, have also given people, at least some comfort to come forward. I think what we did today will give other people the courage to come forward, not just people who were victimized. I'm also very interested in people who are witnesses. That's super important to me. And also anybody, let's say you're a celebrity and you were at one of these events and you saw something, you feel like you should have said something, or you wish you'd have said something. I'd like to hear from those folks as well. I mean, this is a time for a public airing of this, and let's make it part of the national dialogue, and let's make sure that everybody who has involvement, that we know who that is and what their involvement was. And I think all of that is good for those that were victimized and their recovery.
Mr. Combs' lawyers responded to the allegations that were laid out in your press conference, and they said they can't answer every baseless lawsuit. What is your response to that?
Well, I think that's right. But the good news for them is that when we file the lawsuit, we're going to make sure they know who the plaintiff is. And the next thing they'll say is, well, we don't remember that plaintiff. And then I will say, I'm sure you don't, because there's so many of them. I've been down this road before. So, I understand how it works. I understand the public defense they will make, and we'll address it in due course.
Do you have a locked-in date that you will drop? You're saying 30 days, but do you have a locked-in date, or will these come any day now? We could start getting these lawsuits.
It could be in the next week.